Please be seated. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of Fire Academy number 15. Thank you, Dr. Lisa Chapman, Vice President Margaret Robertson, Associate Dean Rory Allen, family and friends, for being here with us tonight as we welcome 10 new firefighters into our family. The fire service is a family. We work together, we eat together, we train together, and we teach together. Teach. Where would we be without our teachers, our instructors? Some of our instructors are here tonight. I cannot express enough gratitude to the time you have spent with these cadets. Thank you. And thank you to the fire departments who have also come out and assisted with their training as well. And thank you, cadets. Thank you for not giving up on yourselves, for pushing yourselves through. I know you've heard me say a couple of times that training never ends. Well, I want to say it one more time. Just because you're leaving us, your training is not ending. In fact, it's just beginning, just in different ways. Remember where you came from, where you started, why you are where you are, whether it's in a couple of months or in a couple of years. You can push through anything. Just remember your why.
Good evening. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. I'd again like to thank all the fire departments that helped us out and provided equipment and manpower to help us do this academy. It takes a lot of effort. The instructors that we have, I feel like, are pretty doggone good instructors. So I'd like to thank them for the time they put in. These students put in around 460 hours of fire training, about 40 hours of hazmat training, 140 some hours of technical rescue work, and about 60 hours of vehicle rescue, 24 hours of emergency vehicle drive, and 50 hours of emergency medical technician training. So they have done a lot of training since August the 1st, and they've all worked and tried really hard. And I'd like to thank the instructors that spent time with them and worked with them. Now, a little bit more students. Just because you graduate this fire academy does not mean your training is over, like Captain Carter said. It means that you have met the requirements by the state of North Carolina to be certified as a firefighter. Now, you still have to go back to your departments and work. And you're going to have to work and work and work and work. And just when you think you're done, work some more. Our training never stops. So what I would tell you is, leave your fire service better than you found it. Do everything that you can to help the next generation of firefighters be better than you are. And now, at this point in time, I'm going to turn this ceremony over to Collages for the student remarks.
Like I said, my name is Carla George. I was nominated or voluntold by our classmates to come up and just share some stories about what we've experienced while we've been in the academy. First, thank you, families. I know for my family, it was a big sacrifice. You know, we had to sit down and have a powwow about how we were going to work out all the logistics of mom, grandma going to a fire academy. And likewise, I know your families had similar things. We were studying when sometimes y'all wanted us to do stuff with you. And those EMT tests were on Monday mornings, so Sunday evenings were a lot of time spent studying. But thank you for your sacrifices for allowing us to achieve these goals and dreams together. We wanted to share some funny memories with you guys. So yesterday, while we were waiting for our turn interviewing with the panel, we kind of just talked a lot about memories we've had together. So like the initial agility test where we learned some of us were really, really fast running and some of us still had some work to do. The first air consumption test where it was definitely, we learned that we needed that cardio work together. So We had a classmate come to class late. We had been told for every minute we were late, it was 25 push-ups. That classmate was an hour and a half late. It ended up with 1,875 push-ups all at one time. But what was so telling about our group is none of us were mad at the guy. All of us were like, okay, it could have been me. It could have been me. And we all showed grace that we worked together to get through the push-ups together. It was kind of one of our big initial bonding moments. We ran the tower a lot. Sometimes for punishment because somebody missed a knot or whatever, but we bonded over running the tower. We overcame a lot of fears together. Some of our guys and girls were scared of heights. But what was cool is none of us allowed each other to ever back down and say they weren't going to do it. We all cheered each other on. We really became, we called ourselves the Fam 15, or I got a nickname as the Fam 15 because we really did become a family through the adversities of overcoming. The overcoming had a lot to do with the teachers. They didn't accept it enough or can't do it, or they just always believed we could do it, and sometimes we borrowed their belief. I know for me, the K-12 was a big deal. I really wasn't excited about picking up that saw and having to cut with it, but you do it and you're like, man, okay, awesome, I could do this. So thank you for always allowing us to borrow your belief until we could believe in ourselves. Some of the funny things were Braden and I were doing search and rescue together during Hell Week, and he had a moment where it was hot. It was really hot in there. So he decided to pop the window open, and we experienced quite a flash. Everything became really bright orange. We went from on our knees to on our chest really quickly, and he came out with a couple of burns. But I don't think he'll ever open a window in that moment without a hose line. Darius had a moment where we were in the fire. And he was like, I'm cooking. And Chief Page was like, get down. And it was just, we just all laughed together. Nobody was critical of each other. We realized we were all learning, and none of us knew until we were in fire how we were going to react to fire. And what became really cool is that we all learned we could do this together, but we learned the importance of teamwork. We did have a classmate mistake a chief for a fellow firefighter and asked him to pick up the hose. The chief, of course, did not pick up the hose, and firefighter may have given a little colorful language, and then the chief was like, not one of your classmates. Just all these moments together. But mostly, the whole group really wanted to thank all the teachers. But one of the biggest things for many of us is we couldn't have done this without our sponsoring departments. So Lemon Springs, Spout Springs, Cape Fear, Carolina Trace, Benhaven, Tramway, Goldston, and my beloved Monpure, who gave me a chance. When a lot of people would have looked at the older lady coming into the department and been like, oh, you might be in the wrong place. But we really appreciate you giving us great equipment to use that kept us safe and kept us cooler in the heat, and great air bottles and stuff to, just so we could be successful. But we couldn't have done that without you. Also, especially want to thank Chief Howard. I remember when he saw my name on the roster, he was like, I could not be more surprised. But everybody was just really encouraging. Chief Allred, and then Sarah Tart jumping in midstream and just being fierce and coming alongside us and being friendly and encouraging from moment one. So, and then Colonel Tamita, our EMT instructor extraordinaire is what I would call him. He was tough when he needed to be tough. He was loving, kind, and he gave us lots of pro tips. So, and then I don't want to forget, she's not here tonight, but Miss Lisa Matthews, who is the custodian at the college. She's just an amazing cheerleader for all of us and became one of our best friends. And kind of for me as a female firefighter, one of those heroes of women who did it when women weren't really becoming firefighters. So, but thank you, Miss Lisa, for that. So thank you again for being here tonight, and we appreciate all your support.
Thank you, Carla. So, at this time, I got an award. They didn't even know I was presenting awards tonight, but I have one. Captain Trent Gunn started this fire academy a long time ago, just 15 academies ago, and he really put a lot of time and effort into it. He's taught me a lot, and he's taught a lot of people in this room a lot of things over the years. And we thank him, and this award is named after him, Captain Trent Gunn. It is presented to the person that throughout the course of the academy has shown some leadership skills and been a person that we could go to whenever we needed anything done, and if you could get what you done. So, I think this person might have had a little bit of leg up, and she's affectionately been termed Mama G, Collages. All right, before we get to the badge meeting, your badge, I'm going to steal a couple lines from somebody that came to talk to you guys early on, or fairly early on, when he moved down here to Pennsylvania, Chief Arnold. I heard him tell you that day that people entrust you with their sons, daughters, on EMS calls. They trust you with their house and property when you have a fire or any other kind of emergency incident. And that trust is not to be taken lightly. You have to work every day to maintain that trust from the community. Whether you know it or not, when law enforcement shows up to a house, if they want to go in, what do they have to do? They either have to get permission, or have a really good reason for going in, or get a search warrant, right? We just walk in because they called us because they need our help. It's a little bit different situation, but they trust us that much. So that trust is not to be taken lightly. They call you on their worst day. And it doesn't matter if the emergency, if someone thinks they have an emergency, but it's really not a big deal, or if it is really a big deal. You're there to solve the problem. So you have to be problem solvers. You can't say, I don't know, because when the telecommunicator gets the phone call, they don't know who to send. They're sending the fire department. So that's what we've gotten ourselves into a lot of things over the years because of that. And now we're looked at to be able to stop, to do anything. And your badge that you're going to pin on your chest tonight is a symbol of that trust. You represent the entire fire service, your department, whatever municipality you work for, every time you put that badge on. Don't take that lightly. So at this time, I'd like to ask for you guys to come to the front of the stage to get your badges beat. Will the person pinning the badge on the cadet please come forward as well and stand on the cadet's left side? I'd like to thank each and every one of you who are pinning a badge for being here tonight. It really means a lot to each cadet to have you be the one to pin their badge. At this time, you may pin the badge on the fire department. Thank you very much. Parents, you may be seated. Cadets, you may return to your seats. All right, at this time, we're going to present the students with their certificates for completion of the academy. First student is Keontae Austin. William Antlers. Nathaniel Campbell. Carla George. Emily Gibson. Gavin Lewis. Braden Phillips. Seth Brouillet. Darius White. Calvin Wickland. Congratulations. So now it's time for them to go out and try to find jobs. All of you parents will be glad to hear that, and some husbands, sad, But they participated yesterday. I was working on shift, and I couldn't be there. But they participated in mock interviews yesterday. We assemble a panel every year of different fire departments from around our area that may be hiring. And it was pretty intimidating. I think they learned a lot yesterday. I think it really did a lot of them good. And I'd like to thank the people that took time out of their days to come do that. We had Sanford's Fire Chief, Matt Arnold, we had Jess Rogers from Cary Fire Department, and who came from North Chatham? I don't remember. Chief Page came from North Chatham. Yeah, so it's intimidating when you walk into a room, people sitting there dressed like this. Well, not in Class A code, most times Class B. But when people are dressed like that, it's really intimidating when you go in and get a job. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, every promotion interview that I've ever had I was nervous. I never got over it. But you gotta learn how to deal with it. You gotta learn how to overcome it. So good luck on going out and finding a good job and making a career out of this. And if I can ever do anything for you, let me know. Would you please stand for the benediction? Lord, thank you again for giving us this time to come together tonight. And I I'd like to ask that you keep your hand upon each and every one of these individuals. And the people at their departments, wherever they may get a job, to train them up, look after them, and help make them better firefighters. And I'd like to ask that you, again, be with the families and loved ones of these people who are going to have to sacrifice as well. And just go with us now as we go home, and keep your hand upon every one of us. Amen.
Amen.
Wait, I got one more thing. All right. You got to do something else for you to do. Academy, come to the front of the stage, please. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Senator
Do hereby declare
do hereby declare
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of North Carolina,
the Constitution of North Carolina,
and that
and that
I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
the duties to the best of my abilities
the duties to the best of my abilities
as a firefighter in my department,
as a firefighter in my department,
in accordance with North Carolina fire department policies.
in accordance with North Carolina Fire Department policy.
I will serve the people
I will serve the people
without fear,
without fear,
without remorse,
without remorse,
without fail.
without fail.
My duty is to the people.
My duties to the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Academy 15, you are dismissed.